Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a media or types of media tier list. Now, why am I doing this? It's simply because I'm doing this out of spite because I saw someone else's types of media tier list on Twitter and it was truly abysmal, like really awful. So that's why I am doing this. And yeah, let me just retitle these for Gen Zers out there. But anyway, um, by the way, I'm going to be completely getting rid of these two bottom rows because I simply don't think there are any below mid. I'm sorry, but I don't think that at all. TV shows. I would not put them on the top row yet, but that's simply because it's probably because I have not watched enough amazing ones. Like I still have not watched Breaking Bad. I still haven't watched Succession. I started the first few episodes of Succession, but I haven't watched nearly enough, and that's the problem. The problem isn't TV shows themselves. It's simply that I just haven't watched enough really, really good ones for me to put it up here. But from the ones I've watched so far, like a huge example, Avatar: The Last Airbender, probably the most like top rated, probably the highest rated show is what I'm trying to say of all time. And yeah, it deserves it. It's very fucking good. So that's why I'm putting it here, but not quite at peak because I just simply haven't watched enough TV shows to really put it up here. Poems, honestly, W Media. You might expect me to put it in mid, but I've really only engaged with poems when I do read them for literature class, and they were actually pretty good. I wasn't super disengaged throughout my entire time reading poems, which surprised me. But yeah, I do like poems. I like the abstract kind of wordplay used in them, and just the imagery as well is really, really good. And a lot of poems, and I really, really enjoy some of them. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it there. Video essays also go only in W Media. And if you're wondering why, it's because a lot of them can be hit or miss. Sometimes you get really, really good ones that engage you. Other times you get slop that is just saying a basic synopsis of whatever they're talking about and don't really go in depth at all and are again just kind of a waste of time. So that's why I'm putting it here. A lot of video essays can be hit or miss. Some of them can be really good, but some of them can be also really bad at the same time. And I know this could be said for any of them, but especially with my experience with video essays and watching a decent amount of them, yeah, that's just how I feel because I've been exposed to a lot of them. But video games, peak. I shouldn't need to explain why. I haven't played even a ton of popular video games yet. I still need to play God of War, Last of Us, a bunch of console exclusives as well. But even from the ones that I have played and just the general community surrounding video games in general, yeah, I'm putting it in peak for pretty obvious reasons. Movies, also very, very good. Again, almost the same level as video games, but again, these can be interchangeable, honestly. But I'm just putting it down here because I still haven't watched enough movies as well. I still need to, because I am mainly just watching anime right now, so I need to watch a lot more movies. So yeah. Podcast, honestly, I mean, mid. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people enjoy watching podcasts or watching, but listening to podcasts, but I simply just don't really enjoy them that much. Um, Sometimes it can be engaging, for a specific topic they're talking about, but normally through the majority of podcasts that I've listened to, they don't have enough to really keep me engaged. Maybe it's just because I'm fucking ADHD brain or some shit, but again, I just find it hard to be engaged in some of the stuff with podcasts. So, yeah, manga, however you want to fucking pronounce it, honestly, peak. I don't really see any downsides to manga at all. The visual medium looks fucking phenomenal. I love how gritty a lot of mangas can look, while at the same time other ones can look super vibrant, even though again it's just black and gray really are the only colors, and white. But just these styles and characters that can be portrayed through manga are truly next level. So yeah, speeches mid. I don't really listen to speeches that much. listen to like some here and there. Again, like mainly for school stuff, like with poems. But speeches just don't really capture me in the same way. Maybe it's because again, I just haven't been exposed to enough speeches. But for me, it's just like hit or miss again for me. Anime, honestly, I'm putting it here. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Why are you not putting it in peak?" Because you watch a fuck ton of anime. It's because there are a lot of really fucking weird ones, and this is like, I know this is like kind of be expected, but yeah, there's a lot of like weird ones. What do I mean by weird? Fucking pedophilic, really fucking odd animes. Not only just that, but like just straight up weird shit in a lot of anime. And yeah, Seven Deadly Sins, but yeah, that's just one example of like a fuck ton of anime that are just really fucking weird in terms of like just characters and how they act and stuff like that. And even in shows I watch and shows I really really like, there could still be like a few like characters here and there that can be pretty weird. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it here, simply because like anime in general is honestly goated and like fucking amazing. But again, what drags it down is just like some awful characters in anime that I've watched, and just anime I've also just been exposed to in general that are just fucking vile, that I do not want to touch with a 10-foot pole. Again, example, Seven Deadly Sins. I've heard like the start of it was good, but it just got fucking awful. Like especially the later seasons, like are fucking terrible. Cartoons, again, a lot with as you see with a lot of these, I just simply haven't been exposed to a lot of this stuff. So cartoons go down here. They're really good. Again, haven't watched nearly enough cartoons. I barely even grew up with cartoons as a kid, so I don't really have that much experience with them. But again, as a medium in general, they're good. Visual novels, I honestly don't have any experience with, like, whatsoever at all. I'm gonna be putting it like the bottom of W Media because they do inspire like a lot of anime, and some anime that I really enjoy like are based on visual novels. So yeah, I'm just putting it here. Documentaries, again, not something I really care about. Honestly, mid. Some of them can be real. Again, it's very hit or miss. Some of them can be very good, from what I've heard, and then others can be like straight up terrible. So yeah, comics. I'm gonna put it top of W Media because again, haven't read enough comics. I've repeated this a million times, but it's because it's true. I haven't read enough comics or enough cartoons. I haven't watched enough cartoons or read enough comics or like seen enough visual novels to really give it an extremely proper ranking. And I know you might say, "Oh, just completely ignore them then," but they're still types of media that I enjoy. But I just haven't been exposed to a lot of them, so that's why I'm putting them in the tiers that I do. And comics are, really really good. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, but are they just colored manga?" No, they're not. They are very different from manga, like very very different. I know I keep fucking pronouncing it manga and manga in the same fucking video, but still, comics are pretty different from manga, and I think in enough of a differentiating way to make it very different. Um, so yeah, music. I shouldn't need to explain this. It's going at the top of peak. Like it is phenomenal. Music as a medium, hell, even fucking bad music is still a lot of the times entertaining at the very least. And when you find music that clicks with you, it's like unlike anything else. Like I know like a lot of people will watch anime, TV shows, movies to like escape into them, and even manga and video games. But music, a lot of the time you could feel that because a lot of the time the lyrics are like poems, are like a lot of the stuff that is here. Music can be used in anime, can be used in movies, TV shows. Music is used in like everything, and that alone is like really really cool. But also again, just the fact that how music can connect to you, and how many albums, how many artists I've listened to over the years, it just makes it peak. Like I'm sorry, I don't understand anybody that puts it below like here. like I can't understand like at all because music I don't understand how honestly you can live without music because I can't. I simply cannot. But yeah, that's basically it. I don't really have a whole lot else to say. Again, I'm sorry if I ranked like whatever you really enjoy like kind of low. But again, it's because I just simply haven't had enough exposure to these certain mediums or types of media, which is why I'm like putting them down here. But just like for my general, I'm just mainly basing these off of like my general like exposure to like certain communities and also just some episodes I've watched of like cartoons and stuff like that. But yeah, honestly, anime probably goes just to rearrange this a little bit. Probably goes here. Movies, yeah, I think that's fine. Um, yeah, that's basically it. I think that's well. I think that's honestly sorted like decently enough already as is. Maybe cartoon should go actually here, but yeah. Rather than that, I think that's actually pretty good. So I will see you guys later, and yeah.